Hi everyone and welcome to the All Gospel Media Show. My name is Anita Okonkwo. On today's episode, we'll be talking about 5 relationship and marriage books you should be reading as a single person or even as a couple. I'll be talking about some of my favorite books I've read over the years, and I would like to recommend them to you so you can read and enjoy and understand some of the lessons that are very important to your relationship and marriage. So the first book on my list is Passion and Purity by Elisabeth Eliott. I enjoyed reading this book because it's a true life story about Elisabeth Eliott and her first husband Jim Eliott, how they met in school, how they lived their lives, how they went into a relationship, how God sent them into the mission field, how they did all of the things that they did as people that were in a relationship, the struggles, their temptations, their trials, and how God helped them because they laid down their relationship on the altar and the Lord helped purify their motives, their thoughts, and their intentions. This is a very, very, very important book for young people. I think we need to read it because it's not just about relationship. You also see things about how you need to be pure and holy, because Elisabeth Eliott was very, very intentional about purity in the sight of God. I 100% recommend this book for anyone that's in a relationship or intending to get into a relationship. So that's the first book on my list. The second book on my list for every young person to read in order to get prepared for marriage is the book by Derek Prince and Ruth Prince, and that is God is a Matchmaker, 7 Biblical Principles for Finding Your Mate. This is a great book. I enjoyed reading it. It's a true life story again about how God, led these two to become, husband and wife. There are a lot of lessons to be learned in this book. I enjoyed the candid way, they explained their stories, and they had, Derek started his own part, and then also his wife also talked about how these things that Derek said, our own perspective on, some stuff, and our own personal dealings with the Lord regarding their relationship. It's a very interesting book. I would 100% again recommend for people that are in relationships or people trusting God to enter into relationships. It's going to help you know what to look for, because some tough questions were answered in that book, such as, is it God's will for me to get married? How do I know that this person is the one? You really, really want to get your hand on this book and learn all you need to learn about finding the mate that God has orchestrated for you. The third book I'll be recommending today is the book Should I Say Yes? 2nd edition by Pastor Bankie Olushina. If you have ever read any book from Pastor Bankie, you know that he's very good at laying the foundation, biblical foundations for anything he's going to say or anything he's writing about. And this book is no exception. This book explains in detail, the biblical principles that we need to engage with, in order to know the husband or wife God has prepared for you, and the foundational truths that are very important in order for you to sustain a good marriage in the sight of God. I would 100% again recommend this book to people in courtship or people that have people coming to them. As a woman, you have people talking to you. You need this book in order to understand why should I be in a relationship? Should I say yes to this person? All of these questions are answered in this book, and I think you should get it. So the fourth book I'll be recommending today is the book by Pastor Tolulope Oludapo, and it's titled In Pursuit of the One, A Single's Guide to Lasting Love. In this book, you'll find relatable stories and experiences to help you navigate, your singlehood, and in fact, when you want to get into relationships. This is just to show you that you don't have to do guesswork. You don't need to, start wondering, what should I do? What should I not do? This book is a perfect guide to single persons looking for lasting love in their relationships. So I would highly recommend this book for everyone. Please get the book. It's very easy to read, it's very easy to understand, and it's very, very relatable. The last book I'll be recommending today on this series for relationships and dating books you should be engaging with is a book by Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo titled A to Z of Marriage. So I love the way this book was arranged in alphabetical order to help everyone better understand why they should be in relationships and what are the needs of men and women, in relationships. At the beginning you get one for the man and then later you get the other one for the woman. So it's very easy to understand, easy to read. I want everyone to grab a copy because Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo is a very, very good pastor when it comes to teaching about relationships and marriage. So you really want to learn from the wise words and from the wise teachings that you're going to get in this book. So go get the A to Z of Marriage. Is for both male and females, and you'll be glad you did. That's it, guys. Those are my 5 top relationship and marriage books that I highly recommend for anyone that's in a relationship or about to enter into a relationship. Please don't forget to get these books, hard copy, soft copies. Try and get them from authorized book dealers and sellers, right? And don't forget to share this video with all your loved ones, your friends, even the people you want to enter relationships with, so that they can watch, they can learn, they can go find all of these resource materials to bless and help you. And before we go, let's just recite Psalm 91 verse 1 and say this prayer over our lives. I dwell in the secret place of the Most High. I abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Until I come your way next time, my name is Anita Okafor, and see you at the next episode.